Alright guys, welcome back with me with another YouTube video. So today I'll talking about where did Sanji's ability come from. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy seeing this anime reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button, and if you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future anime videos. Does Sanji actually have a devil fruit in his body? Is Sanji really a failed product of Germa? Vinsmoke Sanji is again the subject of discussion this week, because of the latest chapter of the One Piece manga series. Sanji is considered one of the proofs of Germa's failure and says that he is not a normal human. Talking about Sanji's strength, it can't be separated from his past. During this time, Sanji became one of the characters whose origins were unknown, other than he was found by Zeph and then cared for and adopted as a child. It was only in the Whole Cake Island arc that we found out about Sanji's past and family, which turned out to be quite touching. In the arc we learn that Sanji and his other siblings were genetically modified by their father, Vinsmoke Judge. His goal is to make his children super soldiers who are tough, great, and have no emotions at all. Since childhood, they have been trained hard and disciplined, even though it doesn't seem to affect Sanji. However, Judge's attempt to turn his son into an emotionless person was prevented by Sora by taking drugs. Of the 5 children, only Sanji who later failed emotionally to be modified. And that makes him different from the rest of his brothers. Sanji is considered a normal human being in general, without having any advantages in terms of physical or ability, like his brothers. However, is Sanji really an ordinary human? Does Judge's genetic modification have any effect on Sanji's body? If you look at what is happening at this time, it is very likely that Sanji is indeed a modified result of Judge. It's just that he's actually a perfect modification. As explained in the story, Judge used to be part of a group of scientists called MADS. They tried to research the lineage factor or DNA, and the results of this research are then applied by Judge to create a clone troop that guards the Germa kingdom. And as mentioned earlier, the results of the study were also applied to their children. Just like Dr. Vegapunk, who created an artificial dragon devil fruit taken from Kaido's DNA, Judge is likely to do the same with his children. An example is Reiju, which is able to eat and is resistant to poison. It is possible that Judge had taken DNA from Magellan, who is a venom fruit eater. Then, what about Sanji? There are 2 possibilities that could happen to Sanji. First, the possibility of Judge taking a DNA sample of Sakazuki, who is the owner of the magma fruit. This might explain why the flames of Sanji's Diable Hambi are very similar to the heat from lava compared to fire. This is because lava is much hotter than fire. This may also be the reason why Jabra could feel a tremendous heat when hit by Sanji's attack, and not burn. The second possibility is that Judge takes samples from an extinct race, namely the Lunarian race. This race is the race of King, one of the All-Stars in Kaido's group. As explained in the previous video, by joining the Mad Scientist group, who is indeed affiliated with the world government, Judge can easily access anything, including obtaining DNA samples from races that are already considered extinct, such as the Lunarian. And based on that, Judge then applies it to his children, in this case Sanji. This is probably the reason why Sanji was able to access fire from his body, and use it as his main weapon. And maybe this is also an explanation why Sanji's abilities are considered similar to King's abilities. So it seems natural for Queen to say that it is impossible for an ordinary human to be able to expel fire from his body.